He's been called the most hated man in America because he jacked up the cost of a life-saving drug from $13 to $50 to $750. Well, now the 32-year-old head of Turing Pharmaceuticals, Martin Shkreli, is under arrest for securities fraud, and he's going to be arraigned within the next hour. U.S. Attorney Robert Capers, the FBI, and the SEC held a news conference just a short time ago about this. Take a listen.
Shkreli essentially ran his companies like a Ponzi scheme, where he used each subsequent company to pay off defrauded investors from the prior company.
CNBC's Dominic Chu has been following this story, joins us now. So Dominic, explain what Shkreli is accused of doing.
All right, so Thomas, this is what we've got in terms of that press conference you just mentioned from U.S. Attorney Robert Capers. First of all, this doesn't have anything to do with that controversy surrounding the price gouging on prescription drugs associated with his current company, Turing Pharmaceuticals. This is all about his past life and dealings as a manager of another hedge fund and his time spent as the CEO, the chief executive of another biotech company called Retrofin. Now, the important part of this indictment is that the government alleges that Shkreli and his attorney, Evan Griebel, were party to, quote, widespread fraudulent conduct. Now, it was a 22-page complaint, a large one. It had a lot of complex detail and language about the array of charges. But the big takeaway is that Shkreli's former hedge fund, one called MSMB Capital, is alleged to have made significant misrepresentations and omissions to investors and in pitching itself to prospective investors. It involves, among other things, lying about how much money the fund actually had, what the performance was like. Also allegations that Shkreli, in his role as the CEO of another biotech company back then called Retrofin, that he fraudulently induced the company to actually fund legal settlements with investors in his hedge funds, that Ponzi scheme that Robert Capers was alluding to. Now, Shkreli was ousted as the CEO of this company, Retrofin, back in the fall of 2014. Retrofin has issued a statement saying the following, that following Shkreli's departure, the company authorized an independent investigation of Mr. Shkreli's conduct, publicly disclosed its findings, and has fully cooperated with the government investigations into Mr. Shkreli. Until we have had the opportunity to review the charges against Mr. Shkreli, we cannot comment any further. And Thomas, the next layer that a lot of Wall Street analysts and a lot of observers are looking to here is this idea that, remember, Turing Pharmaceuticals, his current company, and the drug that he is accused of, gouging the price on, Daraprim, this drug that's used in the treatment of AIDS. We don't know whether or not Mr. Shkreli's current situation will affect the operations of Turing Pharmaceuticals and whether or not it will disrupt the flow of drugs. Again, we are trying to endeavor to find that out right now, but that's what has a lot of people concerned. We'll bring more details as we know more, Thomas. Back